Right, so some of the 485's designated GB kites I found their way onto cruising upon the C10. So I'm gonna try see if there's anything different on them compared to all the other GB kites that Stagecoach, Transport UK own. You know, well, no Stagecoach gonna get GB kites. No, watch, they're gonna get them at some point, bro. If they can get the street decks, they can definitely get the street GB kites. They can definitely get the GB kite electroliners. You watch. But yeah, man's just gonna see if there's anything different with the interior, exterior, because that's what these manufacturers do. As they keep making the same buses over and over again, you'll see as batches grow and grow, as they keep like sending more batches out there, there's gonna be differences. Like you look at any MMC under 2017 it's gonna have these bright white lights in the interior. But then when you look at MMC's 2017 plus, no, the 2018 plus, you'll see they got yellowish interior lights. It's just shit like that. It happens. And even as you look at 2020 plus MMCs, you'll notice the leg underneath. You see the forward-facing seats at the back. Yeah, underneath them, it's like they're straight boxed underneath. But like the older MMCs have the older E400 MMCs, underneath them forward-facing seats at the back, you'll notice it's a bit more curved. That's what I noticed. And like, what other example can I think of? You see on like the E200 EVs, you'll notice that the 2022 plus ones, they got like the walls. I swear the walls in the interior are a bit different or something. I don't know. Like when you get to the back, seats on the E200 EVs, the 2022 plus ones, their walls are different to the older ones in the interior. And then, fucking what else? What else, G? Oh yeah, and then look at Go-Ahead's buses, for example. When you look at Go-Ahead's flipping Gemini 2s and that, when they started getting their Gemini 2s, their 62 plates, 2013 ones, they got them with different seats. Shit like that can happen. 1510. Then when you look at here's key difference that not many people notice about Euro 5 and Euro 4 E200. You go on a Euro 4 E200, like any E200 that's like 2009 to 2006, play close attention to that wall that iBus is sitting on. When you look at the 2010 to 2011 ones, on that same wall that the iBus is sitting on the Euro 5 lot, on the 2010 to 2011 examples, I know this is a difference I've noticed. They got so on that panel that the iBus is sitting on, there's like another wall that's a bit more coloured than the wall that the iBus is sitting on. That's right next to that. I don't know how to describe it, but the 2010 plus ones, they got that more coloured panel further back, so it looks like the wall's a bit thicker. It looks like the wall's a bit longer that the iBus is sitting on. But then on the Euro 4 lot, it looks like the iBus is more squished in there. That's the difference I noticed time ago. Back when man was glazing the hell out of diesel and Bro 200s, man. Man, them can vouch for that. This area's vibe still. The only thing that's kind of putting it off is the fucking bus stops. When is TFL gonna actually upgrade these bus stop shelters it's a longer weighted upgrade, bro. We shouldn't be having plastic seats on fucking bus shuttles, yeah. But then on the buses we're having, I mean, bus seats ain't even really that comfortable, even though they're fucking fabric. They're not even that comfortable, to be fair. Because you know what is with bus seats, yeah? They got soft cushioning, yeah. But it doesn't take long yet till you hit the hard part of the in the middle bit of the seat. That's what I hate about buses, man. You know when you're sitting on a bus, yeah? Obviously it's got that soft cushioning, yeah, on the fabric or leather, whatever. Yeah, but you can feel, yeah, when it gets to the hard part, when you suck yourself in, yeah, on the seat. Like when you sit, when you really like try to relax on the seat, you can feel when it gets to the hard part, man. That's what they need to improve on. But like when you're sitting on your sofa in the couch, yeah, when you're sitting on the couch in your home, yeah, I lie, you don't feel no hard parts. But then when you're sitting on the bus, yeah, you kind of feel that softness in the seat. But you can feel when it starts to get to that hard plastic part that the fabric is like holded in place with. That's what I fucking hate about bus seats, man. It's like you can never really like get a, like when you're sitting on a bus, yeah, like no, especially them bus seats with actual shape. Like you see the Lazaranis, bruv. Aye, see their shape here. See how they're curved like that, bruv. Long days sitting on that fucking seat, man. Long fucking days. And yeah, going back to bus batch differences and that. Even go ahead WVLs, yeah, the Gemini ones and that. Yeah, you'll notice that some of them they had the longer destination at the front, some of them had the shorter one, you know. Even some of them had vents, extra vents at the rear. The last examples that were on the 257 and that. I noticed that on them though. That thing, yeah, always used to puzzle man a bit. Like, why was the 257 batch ordered like that? Like, it's like the B90Ls, yeah, where they have the vent in the middle between the top window and the lower window. Like, why was the 257's batch of WVLs like that? I always wondered that. Like, why did Right Bus 1 minute decide to, like, Go Ahead was the only operator that got their Gemini 1s like that, by the way. Yeah, they were the only, bruv, even with the Gemini 1 B90Ls, bruv, them things, yeah, they're still B90Ls in my eye. No, they're still Gemini 2s in my eyes, bruv. All that's different is the front. Because if you look at the sides, yeah, on the Gemini 1 and Gemini 2, the sides on the Gemini 1 and Gemini 2, yeah, they're very, they're similar, yeah, but there's a key difference in there. There's a difference. There's a difference, man. And when you look on the quote-unquote Gemini 1 B90Ls, yeah, I've always had this dispute with everyone. They're fucking, even the beef other H's, the HVs that Aretha got, they're Gemini 2s, bro. They're not Gemini 1s, man. Like, when you look at the sides on the Gemini 2 and the Gemini 1, there's a key difference in there. There's a difference in there, blood. There's a difference, G. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but there's a difference between the Gemini 1 and the Gemini 2 sides. Like, am I the only one cooking this? Am I the only one cooking this, man? No, but I know I've said this time and time again, but I'm waiting for Right Bus to give us a new bus model, because the Electroliner, yeah, it's basically it's another variant of the GB and the Street Deck. It's just basically another variant. It's not a whole new bus. It's not a whole new bus, bruv. The E400, E100, E200 that are coming out now, yeah, those are actually brand new. Those are actually brand new. But this whole GB, Kite, Street Deck, Electroliner business, it's nothing new, mate. It's just literally a diesel Street Deck, yeah, with like bonded windows, yeah, and like no rear window downstairs, and like the rear a bit more flat, a bit redesigned with electric chassis. That's literally it. And basically, like, there's some like differences in the interior too, like with the vents downstairs. I'm not sure how many people have clocked that. Okay, there's my boss. Right, we're gonna inspect this thing. We're gonna see how it rides, innit? I'm not gonna inspect the thing straight away as soon as I pull, but we'll see what's up with it. We'll see if anything's different on this lot compared to 1737, the MJ, or what's it, E6, or fucking what other route got GB kites by Transport UK? R70. Yeah, we'll see if there's any differences on this one compared to them. Thank you.
C10 to Canada Water. Rotherhithe Station. C10 to Canada Water. Smith Close. King and Queen Wharf. 10 to Canada Water. Lavender Road.